Hi, my name is Melissa Godin, and this is my cultural self-assessment. Where am I? This is the slide where I explain where I am at my life. Three critical roles that I have are student, sister, and friend. As a student, I'm working towards acquiring my master's in social work degree. As a sister, I maintain healthy relationships with my siblings and other family members. And as a friend, I listen and spend time with the people who matter most to me. The expectations associated with these roles are to complete my homework and any readings on time. I will also work part-time while keeping up with my schoolwork. I have to stay up to date on all of my coursework. I need to gain experience in the social work field. I attend and participate in all of my classes, for the most part, when I can, hopefully. Excuse me. I spend time with family and friends and stay in contact with them. Another expectation is to be a comfort and support to the people around me. And I also take care of others when they need it most. To monitor these roles and some compliance methods, I write down all of my assignments and due dates in a planner. I check off the assignments that I have completed in said planner. I need to practice good time management with schoolwork and employment responsibilities. I need to gain knowledge from my coursework and experiences. I need to be able to maintain healthy relationships with my family and friends. I need to stay informed about what is going on in the lives around me. And another compliance would be to have others enjoy my friendship and company. My thoughts about maintaining or changing these roles. I am satisfied with my current roles. If I were to change them, I would like to add wife and mother, but those roles will come with time. For now, I plan to continue working towards acquiring my master's in social work and being a good sister and friend. The photos on this slide, obviously it's the USD logo. The center is my little sister and I. The bottom left is a few of my friends with me. And the bottom right is a picture of me with my parents, brothers, sister, sister-in-law, and grandpa. My life-changing event is when I lost both of my grandmothers within 2 years of each other in 2008 and 2010. Losing them really took a toll on me, and it still affects me today. My grandmothers were two great women. They taught me to be independent and to be proud of the woman that I have become and to never change. I am taking what they taught me and applying it to my life. I am very driven to achieve my goals because of them. I want to continue to make them proud. I will continue to be the person that I am because I know that is what they would want of me. Perceptions of me. My perception of my position in the world. As of right now, my position in the world is to be a student, daughter, sister, and friend. I am the person that will impact others with my help, friendship, love, listening, hard work, and dedication. How others perceive my position in the world. Other people see me as someone they can trust and go to whenever they need someone to lean on. They see me as dependable and enjoy spending time with me. People realize that they can become close with me and I will not betray their friendship. People can create ties with me and are happy to be able to do that. They see me as someone to love and care about deeply because I do the same for them. The impact of my own and other perception of my position in myself. How others see me and how I see myself have helped to shape the person that I have become. I have my flaws much like everyone else, but I like the person that I am today. These perceptions help me to become a better person and see where I can improve my relationships with people. The photos on this slide are various pictures of me with my siblings, parents, friends, and there's also one with me and my little cousin being goofy. Working through the dilemma of Americanization. Alright, my culture of origin. I'm mostly German with a little bit of Dutch, but not enough for it to have a significant impact. My great-great-grandparents on my mother's side, at least one side of them, Their names were Rudolph and Josephine Josma. They came from Holland on a boat, and they settled in Cransburg, South Dakota. My mom's other great-grandparents came from Germany and settled in Ashland, Iowa, which isn't far from where my family lives today. Both sets of my dad's great-grandparents all came here from Luxembourg, Germany, which is also where my mom's other great-grandparents came from. My engagement in American culture and traits. My family celebrates holidays and birthdays together. We take family vacations, and we are a two-income family where both my moms and dad work. We pay taxes and have the freedom to choose the number of children we want to have. We also have the privilege to vote. Our family has been in the United States for so long that we have no real cultural habits. We are the fourth and fifth generations, so we don't practice many German traits. Those have died out with our ancestors, unfortunately. As generations went on, our family would start out in different places, so our culture adapted several times to the surrounding cultures and lost its German touch. My family eats a few German foods, and we have family recipes that have been passed down. My family doesn't associate with our Dutch heritage because we have too much German influence, which kind of overbears on the Dutch part of us. I come from a family of farmers, but that will change with this generation because no one in my family farms anymore. Our family has become much more commercial. We practice more religious beliefs than our heritage. My reflection about my level of Americanization. I would say that my family and I are very Americanized. Utilizing the German language has been lost along the lines as generations have gone on in my family. My great-grandparents spoke German and English, teaching my grandparents some German, but not enough to speak fluently. My parents were taught some words and phrases, and my siblings and I were never taught how to speak German. I do not know very much about the German culture. My family and I have adapted almost fully to the American way of life with little connections to our culture of origin. When my dad was little, my grandma would make Kuchen, which is a German dish, but she stopped making that after a while. I don't really know why. I just did. Oopsies. Oops. Alright. Exploring my culture. My reflection on my privileges. I'm a white American from a middle-class family background. I've had the privilege of receiving an education. I have access to certain freedoms that other individuals do not possess. I am able to have and keep a job. I have these privileges because of the opportunities that my family and parents have given me. I am very appreciative to them for being able to provide so much for me. I am very grateful for what I have and try my hardest not to take advantage of any of it. My reflections on my experiences with oppression. The only oppression that I can think that I've experienced is being a female in the workplace. I have not been taken seriously by the people that I help. People have deliberately ignored me to talk to a man because they believe that he will know more, when in reality, I am the one with the answer that they need. This irritates me when people do that to me because I do know what I'm doing, even if it doesn't seem like it all the time. I do get a kick out of seeing people's faces when they realize that I am in fact the one with the answer. Then they feel bad for trying to avoid me. This has happened to me at Walmart, where I work several times. I work in the hardware department, and men will come up to me and they will deliberately bypass me with their question and ask another man who doesn't even work in the department where something is, and they obviously don't know. So then they ask me, and I do know where it is, and then the customer feels stupid for not asking me in the first place. It's kind of funny. My reflection on my family's immigration to the United States. Alright. My great-great-grandpa on my mom's side came over on the boat, and he wrote back to Holland to send for his wife, or a wife, we're not really sure. He had a wife at the time, or if he just made, if it was a mail order bride. All of my great-great-grandparents left their home countries and came to the United States because they had no work and little food. They came to America for more opportunities and freedom. America offered them a better life, so they came to start over. My family worked very hard when they first got here to make a living. The girls hired out to their neighbors to help with children and housework. They did whatever they could to survive and thrive. I feel bad that my family worked so hard to gain so little. They worked harder for what they had than I do today. My family back then worked so much harder for the opportunities that we take for granted today. They did not have running water or heat. They did not get to enjoy the conveniences or luxuries that I have today, which is a lot more than what they got to experience. My definition of family, family roles, and family expectations. Right. For my definition, my immediate family consists of my mom, dad, brothers, and sister, as well as my sister-in-law. I would also include my grandpa. My extended family members consist of my aunts, uncles, cousins, second cousins, and so forth, great aunts, great uncles, and great grandma. I would also include my friends in my family, even though we aren't related by blood. I still consider them to be a huge part of my life and part of my family as well. Family roles. My dad does the yard work, vehicle maintenance and upkeep, home repairs, inside and out, and some of the inside housework like laundry and making dinner occasionally. My mom does most of the housework, pays the bills, and drives us kids to all of our extracurricular activities. My parents share child-rearing responsibilities and disciplining. They're both very supportive and encourage us kids to do great things and keep at them and be determined. They come to all of our events and make sure we get to where we need to go. My siblings and I are expected to help out around the house and do well in school and whatever we decide to do, or at least try our best. We are also encouraged to get along with one another, which happens most of the time. Our expectations of family. We are expected to keep in touch via phone or email. We are also expected to visit for special occasions, events, and at any random time whenever we can. I try to keep in close contact with my immediate family, calling and visiting whenever I can. Anyone who leaves the nest is expected to visit and keep in contact and be present for special occasions and big events. I see my extended family members for holidays, weddings, funerals, and reunions. We also keep in contact with letters around Christmas time every year to keep everyone up to date on what is happening in the family. Alright, and for the photos on this slide, the bottom left is me with my siblings, sister-in-law, and some of my cousins. The bottom middle picture is my mom with my great-grandma. And the bottom right picture is my mom and my grandpa and a few of my mom's brothers and my mom's sister. My family's beliefs and values. For education, we are expected to acquire an education and encouraged to seek higher education, but we don't have to. We are motivated to do our best in school and to excel to the best of our abilities. For dating, we are allowed to date whoever we choose to, but we have to abide by the curfews and be respectful. For marriage, as a Catholic family, we are supposed to get married in the Catholic Church. To another Catholic would be ideal, but that isn't enforced too greatly. For gender roles, in my family, the men work more outside with yard work and repairs, and the women work more inside with cooking and cleaning, but sometimes these roles are shared. Children are raised with influence from both genders. Having children, we are encouraged to have children, but not until we are absolutely ready to be parents, ideally after we are married, because once you're a parent forever. For parenting methods, discipline depends on the child. Not all methods work for all children. Parents need to be supportive and nurturing and utilize constructive discipline and criticism. For holidays and celebrations, we get together as a family to spend time with each other and celebrate. For caring for the aging and ill family members, we do whatever we can for them, providing them with any aid they may need. If they are hospitalized, we visit them, and if they're in financial need, we help each other out. Photos on this slide. The bottom middle picture is Picture of my family, my parents, brothers, my sister, and my sister-in-law. This is the picture that our family took at my older brother's wedding. And the top right picture is a picture of my parents, Terry and Brenda. Alright, my religion. I'm Catholic, and as a Catholic, go to church every Sunday to listen to scripture and break bread, participate in the 7 sacraments, partake in religious times during the liturgical year, like Easter and Advent. Us Catholics utilize the power of prayer. We are expected to live a good Christian life. We honor Mary, and we believe in the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, or the Holy Trinity. Catholics are also Christians. We believe in Jesus Christ as the Son of God. It is ideal for us to live by the teachings of Jesus and accept his love. We sense God's presence and power sacramentally. We recognize the presence and power of God through symbols such as bread and wine, oil and water, vestments and candles, crucifixes, and statues. These symbols are what we call sacramentals. And the top right picture is a picture of one of the churches in my cluster back home. And then bottom right is just a picture of an altar, a typical Catholic altar that you'd see in Catholic Church. And then bottom middle is praying hands, and bottom left is a picture of a rosary, which is a prayer that we pray whenever we can, whenever we want, sometimes for special occasions. Alright, my cultural awareness. My significant personal experiences with people that differed from me. I was never really exposed to people who differed from me until I came to college here at USD, where I met many people who could be considered different from me. They turned out to be some of the greatest people I have ever met, and are still my friends today. I never really knew anyone who was of a different race until I came to college, where I saw them on campus and had them in classes. I also worked with more people that were of a different race. During my undergrad at USD, I got the opportunity to travel to both Spain and Costa Rica, where I got to experience cultures that were much different from my own. They were both amazing trips, and I'm really glad that I got to go. These experiences have helped to shape my awareness of other cultures. My experiences with people that differ from me have helped me become more respectful and mindful that we are not all the same. The impact of marginalization or oppression for people that differ from me. People who are considered different from me are impacted by the oppression and marginalization that they endure. It shapes who they are as individuals and hopefully encourages them to rise above it and overcome any obstacles they may endure. I did notice some oppression during my exposure to people that differ from me, but it didn't seem to be anything new for them, and they were able to handle it efficiently. Initially, it wasn't something I was used to, so I didn't see it as well, but after continually seeing it, then I got more of an idea of what happens to these individuals. I do not think that it is fair to these individuals to have to experience oppression and marginalization when we are all human and should be treated equally and fairly. Factors that have contributed to positive and negative experiences for me. I do not have much experience with encountering people that differ from me. I lived a somewhat sheltered life growing up. My grandparents were a bit racist, which rubbed off on my parents, and they're not as comfortable with working with people that are different from them. They all have their preconceived notions about people who are different from them, and no one can change their minds about them and make them see that those people really are not that different at all. I do not share their same views. I know that we are all different, but I do not think that should be a reason to avoid them. We are all human and deserve the same respect and treatment. Okay, the photos on this slide, the 9 on the left are pictures from Costa Rica of the rainforest, some of the plants, a hammock hut, the tamales, food that we ate, which were delicious, the Pacific Ocean, a waterfall that we got to see, and a picture of a volcano. The 6 pictures on the right are one I took in Spain. Some of the cathedral, some of the buildings which were sardined together. Picture of a typical rice dish that they ate. It was delicious. Also, And then a picture of the flamenco dancing that we got to see. In the bottom picture is a picture of the beach that we went to. That was the European side of the Atlantic Ocean. Alright, for my client intersectionality system, the three external that I chose were race, gender, and social class. And then for internal, I chose cultural, education, and family background. And for my most significant external and internal intersection, I chose gender and education. I'm grateful that I've been able to receive such a high education despite my gender. I've been able to come a long way, and I plan to continue to climb higher. That is the end of my cultural assessment, and thank you for watching. That is me.